Hello, everyone. Hello, good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining. Hello. Thank you for joining. Welcome to this new session, everyone. Thanks a lot for joining. How is everyone doing? Good evening. Good evening. Cool. Uh, Sorry for being 5 minutes late, everyone. How is everyone doing? Thanks a lot. I see some people have joined already. You have been waiting for some time. So thank you for joining on a Saturday evening. Okay, I hope everyone is doing good. I hope everybody is fine. So welcome to this new session, everyone. Those who don't know, this is our first Geekster session with the achievers. Okay, so we'll be doing a live chat with our achievers. Achievers, by achievers, I mean some of our alumni. So we will keep inviting our alumni also who have got placements at one of the top companies in India, and they will come here, they will share their experience. We'll talk about their journey, their college life, okay, how did they prepare, their interview process, everything, so that you can learn from it. Okay. So how is it going, everyone? I hope this will be a great session for all of you, because in the tech talk sessions, we have industry experts coming who have like 6-7 years of experience and more, and they share their experience in the industry, how to prepare. But having an alumni who has just got a job, like that will have its own advantages, right? So you can ask all the questions from them also, like what is how did they prepare, what was the interview process, what to focus on, what to not focus on. So because they have interviewed and they have got a job just a few months back, so this will be much more relevant to all of you. Okay, so with that idea, we have started live chat with the Achievers session. So everybody, I hope you all are excited. I hope you all are ready to make the best out of this session. Cool. Somebody is already asking me what is this CTC. Okay, so everybody, one key rule, we are not going to talk about CTC in this session. Okay, because CTC is supposed to be confidential. But obviously his CTC is above 5 LPA. Only that I can tell you, that it's above 5 LPA for sure. Okay. But CTC is confidential. No company allows talking about their CTC on a public platform. Okay. So we are not going to talk about CTC. Cool. Hi, Aniket. Good to see you. Cool. Everybody, are you ready? Let's go on. So welcome again, everyone, to this session, which is live chat with the achievers. We will talk with Vijayant today. Vijayant is a fresher. He studied in a college out of Bangalore, and he was a Geekster alumni, and he has got a job at Kpmg. Kpmg, if you all don't know, Kpmg is one of the big 4 companies in the world. It's the biggest auditing company. Hi, Vijayant. How are you doing? Good evening, and thank you for joining.
Hi Vikas, I'm fine. What about you?
I am good, good. Thank you for joining, Vijayant, especially on a weekend. So,
Yeah, actually today when I was supposed to working also, I just took a like 1 hour break from that and yeah, I came for the sessions.
okay, great. Thank you, Vijayant. Thank you for joining. So, everybody, before starting, yeah, welcome to the Learn with the Achievers. Okay. For my introduction, I hope most of you already know me. Um, my name is Vikas Ranjan. I have about 7.5, 8 years of experience in the industry now. I'm currently working as a senior software engineer at Coinbase. Coinbase is one of the world's biggest cryptocurrency exchange in the world. I have worked with companies like Zomato and Expedia before this. Apart from this, I have also been a technical mentor and educator for about 2.5 years now. I have taught more than 3,000 students. If you ever want to reach out to me on Instagram or LinkedIn, I have also given my LinkedIn profiles, Instagram profiles here. So feel free to reach out for anything. Anyway, let's move on. What is the agenda for today's session? So obviously, uh, I've covered my introduction. I will tell you about the purpose of the session. I'll give you the introduction of the guest again. Then we'll do some informal discussion with the guest. I have a lot of questions that I want to ask Vijayant. Okay. Then we'll talk about what is Geekster and we will take all your questions. We will be answering all your questions. Okay. Cool. So just for your introduction again, everyone, our guest today is Vijayant Prateek. Vijayant Prateek has recently joined Kpmg. It's been, I guess, 2 months, Vijayant, is it correct?
Yes, today was the second month starting, third month starting for me.
Great. Okay. So Vijayant joined Kpmg about 2 months back. He's working at Kpmg as an analyst. Analyst is the name of the profile, but mostly his work is as a Java developer. And we have also attached Vijayant's LinkedIn profile over here so if you ever want to reach out to him. Cool. Uh, let's start, Vijayant. So everybody, the language of the session will be mostly in English, everyone. Okay. If you have a question, you can ask in Hindi. We'll answer that in Hindi. Okay, but mostly it will be English. Cool. So you can, everybody, you are free to ask all the questions from Vijayant also, but keep typing your question in the chat. Okay. We will be answering your questions in the middle of the session and mostly at the end of the session. Okay. So keep typing your question in the YouTube live chat. So again, repeating the purpose of this session is so that you can ask Vijayant how he got into Kpmg, how did he prepare, what he did, what did he study. You can ask all your doubts and Vijayant is there to help you out. Okay, so let's try and make the best use of this session. Cool. Vijayant, first question to you. Can you start by giving an introduction? Where are you from? Which college are you from? Which batch? Which branch are you from? Everything.
Yes, Vikas, yeah, sure. First, hi, good evening, everyone. I'm Vijayant Prateek, and thanks for joining this session on a weekend, as just Vikas said. So basically, I will start with my introduction. I'm Vijayant Prateek, and I have completed my engineering in the 2022 August, recently only. And I have completed my graduation from Information Science and Engineering branch. And I went to Acharya Institute of Technology College, which is located in Bangalore. So I have completed my engineering from Bangalore, basically.
Okay,
And yeah,
please go on.
yeah, yeah, basically that's all for the introduction part. Yeah.
Okay, great, great. And which when did you join Geekster, by the way? Which
I
is your
applied for the Geekster in first I applied in the December of this 2021, but
okay,
later I got some commitment issues, so at that time I left the Geekster. After that I again joined in May 2022, and then I started with the learning with them in after at the beginning of June.
okay, okay, great, cool. Uh, let's move on. Can you please talk about your journey from college to KPMG? Like college, mein, what all did you do? What did all did you study in college? How did you prepare? After here coming to Geekster, what all did you study? Which batch are you from, by the way, at Geekster?
From Geekstar, May Java DSA, May Java DSA 2022.
Okay, so May Java 2022, Java plus DSA batch. Okay,
Yeah.
yeah. So can you talk about your journey in detail?
So basically, like everyone, what we did in college was going for college for fun, doing study, not even study, like we used to go to classes, but sometimes we used to listen the teacher, sometimes we don't. So basically in the college it was all like if you can do it on your own, it is very good. And second thing, then COVID came. So the core subjects which we are supposed to learn from the college, and we at that time we found those subjects very hard. Like suppose operating system, then DA analysis, how to solve the algorithm, time complexity, and all those subjects. It was theoretically it was very hard. So when we got COVID, we were very happy. Like now we can easily pass the engineering. And after that, when we came to fourth year, we realized that it was not a good thing that COVID came. So basically, we were searching something like which can give a more analogy to us on the algorithm part. And basically, I wanted to learn Java from the starting, but whichever courses I have tried for learning Java, I always left them after 1 or 2 hours. Like all the instructors were boring only. So basically, then I came to Geekster, and yeah, like the teachers here were very good for that Java DSA courses.
Okay,
So here I started learning Java in Geekster properly.
got it. Do you want to talk about your instructors? Like, who are your instructors, by the way, at Geekster?
Uh, in Java DSA, normal Java DSA, Akash Jaiswal sir was there.
Okay.
So he was a very good instructor. He can explain everything in very properly.
Hmm.
And for the elite batch, DSA elite batch, we have one more batch. For that, there were two teachers. One was Akshay Lima sir was there, and second one was Archit Agarwal sir. And
Oh,
I can say one thing honestly about Archit Agarwal sir is that he literally do a lot of hard work, and he share all, most of his research things, whatever he has done for enhancing his knowledge with us. Like he share all the bookmarks and the questions, lead code questions which we can solve or which we have to solve, like homework and all those things.
that is great. That is great. So you had a great experience with the educators here at Geekster.
Yes,
That is great. Cool. So so you mentioned that you joined Geekster early June, starting June, right? June 2022.
yeah,
And I believe by the end of July, sort of, you had the job at KPMG.
yes,
Okay. So about 1.5, 2 months. So uh, say after joining Geekster in about 1.5, 2 months only, you got a job.
yes.
Great, great. Okay, cool. Uh, okay. So somebody is asking how much knowledge you had before and after joining Geekster. So like, what was the difference that you felt uh, before joining Geekster about your knowledge, your skills, and after joining Geekster? What was the difference that you felt?
Okay, so before joining the Geekster, I can say one thing like I was good at coding things, like but it was on a different language. Like if I use Python, I'm still a very good coder. Like I have done internship on Python side also. But from the starting, I wanted to learn Java. Like I have heard so many people saying that Java is very good and it is more demanding in the industries. So at some point, I was like, okay, I will give a try to Java also. But after coming to Geekster, it was like, yeah, actually I was learning and I would ये what I can say is कि मेरे को Java सीखने का और ज़्यादा अच्छा हो यहाँ पे आके.
Okay,
So it was like I completely stick to the Java course here. Otherwise, the instructors were good. Otherwise, I have left it like the previous courses. Yeah.
okay, great, great. Okay, let's talk about your work now. Like you're currently at KPMG. KPMG is one of the big four companies in the world, right? And you're working mostly on Java here. So, uh, we have already talked about the course. So, as an analyst at KPMG, like how does your day to day look like? What do you do every day?
Actually, if I say about day to day, since I'm a freshie from the college directly, so basically I don't have that much work, and most of the things like it depends upon the requirement. Like
Mhm.
if I have work, then I have to do it. If I don't have work, then it is also okay. And the day depends on like one thing I would say like to say about KPMG is that work culture there is very good. Like
Hmm.
if you have task, everyone used to do the task, and if we don't have task, like no one will ask also ki kahan the kahan nahi. So it's good, and my day basically depends upon the requirement. If I
Hmm.
have more work, then my whole day will be busy.
Okay.
Otherwise, completely free. It's like that.
Okay. So what are the technologies that you are using right now at KPMG? What are the tech stacks?
Right now we are using the PHP and Laravel thing, and also currently I'm working on the testing part.
Okay.
Yeah.
So basically it's a software engineer job. In some project you are writing tests also. In some projects you are doing development also.
Yeah, you can say that, but since like I have joined it recently only, so this development part has still yet to come for the like completely like on which dependency should be on me or something like that. Like I would have assigned a that development part separately. That still has to come yet. Like so currently I'm doing the small things which needed. Like they are already developed. We have to make some changes on them. It is like that.
Okay. Okay. And in between your college and Geekster, you mentioned that you tried studying at some other places. You tried studying at some other places also, but then you did not have a good experience, right? So did you also do some internships during that period?
I applied for one internship and it was like before the starting of fourth year. And after that, I stopped looking for internships. I was like, I have to first develop my skills, then only I will go for the next internship.
Got it. Okay. So any major internship or training that you did before that?
No, not a major internship, but my first internship was for a startup company.
Mhm.
So there I got a like more idea about how to work on the things, and it was like also key. We used to work on Agile. At that time, Jira was there. We used to work on Jira, so everyone will be assigned their task. We have to do calculate our own as story points, and then we have to end of day we have to give status like how much work we have done on this thing. So it was a very good experience at that time. So, and from there, I got a little bit knowledge like how can I work towards my future and how can I increase my skills more.
Got it. Got it. Um, by the way, was KPMG was your first interview, or did you give other interviews also here?
I gave other interviews also. Like first, I got selected for Cognizant from the college.
Okay.
Then I applied off campus for LTI. And I think after three or four more companies, I gave interview. And then KPMG was there.
Okay. And so, how was your overall experience in interviews?
To be honest, like it depends sometimes. For some interviews, I felt like I literally gave my best and I felt like I did very best in those interviews. But the response which I got from those and after giving those interviews was like a negative response. And for some interviews which I have thought like it was a worst experience for me or it was a okay interview and maybe I will get rejected from these companies. For those companies, I got positive response from most of them.
Got it. Okay. So, uh, if we talk about your interview experience, like what were the areas where you felt are the most important?
Okay, the areas where like I think if we go for any MNC or like if we gave interview for a normal MNC company like in campus placement, those companies were asking the normal questions only, like what is HTML and how we design this web page. But for the off campus, I felt like the DSA was kind of an important part, and yeah, they used to ask the questions related to DSA mostly, like how this linked list thing works and what we can do to reverse those things. So it was like that only. The DSA is the most important factor which I have felt in the off campus, and obviously the tech stack for which we are giving the interview. Those both are important.
Okay. So DSA and the tech stack. So what are the tech stack that you chose? Java and DSA did you choose?
Yeah, I chose Java and DSA after coming to Geekster.
Okay, got it.
Yeah.
And how did you feel is the scope of Java and DSA? Did you feel any problem? Did you feel there is not enough opportunity, or how did you feel?
I think there are more than enough opportunity in Java and DSA because like if you know DSA, then most of the companies will be there for you. Like we don't have to wait for any companies. We can simply apply for them in off campus also. And if we know Java, then there are also like 80 to 90% companies in the industries like for which we can apply easily. Yeah, like there are more scopes for Java DSA. But basically, if I say if we focus individually also, there are more scopes for these tech stacks also.
Okay, got it. And can you tell us more about the rounds that you faced in the interviews? Like what were the rounds? Like for example, problem solving round, coding round, system design round, or anything else like a group discussion, vagera, aptitude round, coding test. What all rounds mostly you face in different companies?
Okay, so I will start with the recent company Kpmg. In
Mm.
that, first I gave the aptitude plus coding exam.
Okay.
After that, we have one HR interview and then technical interview.
Okay.
So it was like yeah, in apti round apti questions was asked, and in the interview all the questions related to Java, OOPS concept, and it was questions from Java only. And
Mhm.
in other companies for which I gave exam, like most of them they will ask coding rounds only. Like for the I think Cognizant, I can tell they have 5 different sections, and they have one SQL section and 2 coding section and 2 aptitude section. After that, if we clear those rounds, we have to give the technical interview, and
Mhm.
then we had one HR interview.
Got
So yes, and for the LTI also it was the same thing. Like they will conduct 2 or 3. Actually, for LTI it was off-campus exam, and they have 2 rounds. Like one was for 4 LPA and second one was for 5 LPA. So if you clear 4 LPA exam, then only you can proceed with the 5 LPA package exam. And in
got
the 5 LPA, it was the coding questions only. Yeah.
it. Got it. Okay. So overall, I think both the companies took one or two tests, right? The test had computer science fundamentals and some had aptitude also, right?
Yes. Yes.
Got it. So how did you prepare for aptitude, by the way?
I don't know, like I used to be good at math since like my childhood days only. So I used to love apti questions, and generally I hate English section that one. So mostly I focused on the maths and pattern. I was good at.
Reasoning and
And
communication.
there was one more, I think, website online. I think Prep Insta. I don't remember it very well now since I stopped doing the practices.
Mhm.
So I think Prep Insta we can refer for doing the apti questions.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah.
So everybody can note Prep Insta is one. In my college days, I used to use indiabix.com, which is also pretty good for logical reasoning, um, quantitative aptitude, and English also. So all of these practice you can do at IndiaBix also. So Prep Insta and IndiaBix is what we are recommending everyone. Cool. Apart from that, computer science fundamentals, like what all were there? SQL, you mentioned SQL was there, I believe, right? In Cognizant.
Yes.
Okay. And what about other companies? Apart
Uh,
from
f-
SQL also?
Sorry.
Apart from SQL also, did you have anything from computer science fundamentals?
No.
Okay, like computer networks or operating system, anything? No.
No, not in the written exams, but I got those questions from the like in off-campus interview. So basically, before joining Geekstar, I gave the interview for one company, Hiver, and the role was for a DevOps engineer.
Okay.
So there they asked for all these things like operating system, computer networks, and DSA questions. most of all the things like Docker related questions also.
Got it. So anywhere, how did you practice or how did you brush up your skills in computer science fundamentals?
So, for computer science fundamentals, I have maintained some notes already. Like whenever we used to study, I
Mhm.
used to note down some points like which can be important for later use. And also, my friends are also there, so I would ask them like if they have made some notes, extra notes. So I will just call them and ask, can you share those notes? So sometimes we used to prepare together for all these things.
Got it. Okay, makes sense. So I think like preparing together in college or even in Geekster. So in Geekstar, I'm not sure you were there or not, but in most of the batches we have an Avenger team formation setup where we divide students into different teams of 9 and 10 students. And again, it's like so people in a team generally study together. Like offline, also people connect over a Google Meet or Zoom, and they can study together. So I feel that like that studying together atmosphere is also very important. So everybody like you can take the advantage of these things in Geekster, definitely. Okay. Many
Yes.
stu-
Yeah.
many students that I have talked to, like they have told this to me that like group study with people also helps a lot. Cool. And in the rounds, you mostly mentioned that the rounds were you had an HR round in mostly all of the companies. And then in technical rounds, you mostly had, uh, I believe, coding rounds and DSA problem solving rounds. Is that correct?
Yes.
Got it. Okay. Cool. Important question for all our audience here is that does your company hire freshers? And if yes, yes, obviously they hire freshers, we know. But if so, what is the criteria skill set that they look for, and how can other students apply for it? So, was your hiring through Geekster? Did Geekster refer you to KPMG?
Yes. And this question, so many people have asked me like, can we apply in KPMG as a fresher? And I told them like, I don't know, like Geekster gave me the referral for KPMG, and whatever openings now I'm getting in the company, for the tech related skills, they are mostly for the experienced people like 2+ years or 3+ years. So I don't know like how Geeks is getting referrals. Like maybe they have the tie up with the KPMG, so they are
Okay,
providing the freshers directly. Yeah. And if I
okay,
get the openings, yeah, I will refer you guys also.
okay, sure, sure. So, Geekster students, it will be easier because they can go directly through the Geekster channel. Yeah. But so obviously, like people who do not know, we have tie-ups with over 300 companies. These are product-based companies, service-based companies, MNCs, startups, all the different kinds of companies we have tie-up with, and we refer our students to many of these platforms, many of these companies from where they can get a job. Um, cool. And what are the skill sets that they look for generally in terms of freshers?
Uh, for me, like I gave the interview for the Java developer, Java C++ developer. But
Right.
I think recently some of my friends and Geekster batchmates also gave the exam for web developer for Java. Means not sorry, I mean not web developer for Java. For KPMG, they gave the exam for web developer role also. So I think KPMG hires for every role mostly.
Okay. Got it. Cool. What do you think our students should prepare for top companies like KPMG? Which areas should they focus on?
Okay, so I think it depends upon the which role they are going. If they are going for the web development, then they have to focus on that skill completely. Like I will
HTML.
tell about myself honestly. Like earlier, I used to like move between which skill should I learn for the web development or DSA.
Okay.
So still after getting the job at KPMG, I was still confused between these two roles, like for which I have to focus more on which area.
Like
So
back.
yeah. So I can say one thing honestly, like just focus on one area first properly. Like if you want to be a web developer, learn till React and also learn some backend techniques also. And after that, come to DSS side.
Hmm.
So it will be more like that. You can apply for web developer jobs also, and you can move to DSS side also. So in that, if you guys can do that, like first complete, it depends on you, like which tech stack you are already learning. So first complete that, and then start with another tech stack.
Got it. Cool. Um, any key interview tips that you would give to someone?
Yes, I can. I think I can give two or three cases. First, in interview, always be confident. Like whatever answer you are giving, just be confident enough that you can back up your own answer.
Yeah,
And second, being smart is a good thing, not being a good over smart. So, never lie on your resume, basically. So, if you lie on your resume, basically it will be like it doesn't show any credibility in you. So if interviewer asks anything from your resume and you are not able to answer that, then it will not look good in front of anyone. So never lie on your resume. And second, always be confident. Yes.
absolutely. And any tips related to like on the technical side, any tips?
I
How
think
to
for the technical side, I can give one interview tips is that always remember that whatever answer you are giving, most of the interview will ask the second question from that answer only. So please try to frame your answer in such a way that the second question which interviewer is asking, you can answer that also. You should not answer something that it can lead to a new question and you don't know the answer to them.
got it? Okay. And have people also ask you questions related to your other things in your resume, like your hobbies and else. So have you been asked question related to that also?
Yes, most of the times. And I think one interviewer asked me back, like, he started asking questions to me from my hobby list. Like, I mentioned in my hobbies that like to read novels also. So he
Mhm.
started to ask me questions like, which novel you have read recently, and what was the story for that. So basically, he was thinking that I mentioned so many things that maybe it can be a lie also. So yeah, it was like that.
Okay, okay. What are some other non-technical questions? Do you remember? Like tricky non-technical questions.
Not completely non-technical. It was like a aptitude kind of question only. Like I think most of the people would have who gave the interview have faced this question. Like if you have 10 rupees and you can buy one chocolate of 1 rupees.
Mhm.
So the later part was like one chocolate is for 1 rupees, and if you give three wrappers back to the shopkeeper, he will give you back one chocolate. So if you have 10 rupees, how many chocolates you can eat? And later, after you calculate all these things and you will give the answer to the interviewer, he will just change the 10 value to the any random value.
Got it.
So yeah,
So basically, this is like a puzzle sort of a question.
yes.
Okay,
And most of the like yeah, hobby related questions they have asked in non-technical things.
got it, got it. Anything else in the HR interview? Like, how has been your experience been with HR interviews? Like, do they ask questions related to what is your strength, what is your weakness? All these questions have you faced recently?
Yes, strength and weaknesses question I think I faced in most of the HR interviews. And the second most asked question is that are you okay with relocating? So these two are the most common asked questions in the interview, in the HR interview basically.
Okay. And how did you answer the strength and weakness question?
Okay, so basically what I would do is like I would I present my strength as the weakness only. Like I can say that work I can complete any work before the timeline. Like if
Mm,
I have to complete something and the timeline given for that one is after 7 days, I will give that work to you before deadline. But my weakness is that I will submit that thing to you on the seventh day only, not before that. So that is basically my strength and weaknesses are.
got it. Makes sense. That is a very smart answer. Okay,
Yeah.
cool. Have you ever been in an interview where they have asked you a very difficult problem? Like you are not sure how to approach it or what to do here. You feel it is very complicated. So, what have you done in that case? How have you approached problems which are very difficult?
I think for those problem, if any interview asks me some difficult question, I would just say that, yeah, I have read this, and since I didn't work on this thing, so I don't remember it properly. Like, I know what is this, but I don't know how we can use this compl in my project works and all those things. Like, yeah. Basically,
Got it.
like, yeah, it's hard to avoid actually this
Right.
question.
And what if it is a problem solving question? Like a puzzle sort of a question, but it is difficult. What do you do about it then?
I would just say that I'm getting this answer, but I'm not sure about that whether it is a correct or not. But from my side, I'm 90% sure that it should be this one only.
Go.
So yeah,
Okay. Cool. I see a lot of students are asking questions already. Okay. So somebody is has posted. Also, people if don't pose the same questions again and again, that is not a good thing to see. Okay, we will take all your questions in a while, so do not worry. All the doubts that you have, all the relevant doubts for sure, we'll answer that very soon. Okay, cool. Apart from technical skills, do you think there is any other skill that helped you get a good job, or any other skill that is required to excel in your career?
I think communication skills matters most. Like
Okay.
yeah, apart from the technical skills, you should have the communication skills also.
Mhm.
Then only like you can easily go with complete any interview or be successful in your career also. Because what happens is like if you will do work and work only, like you are doing all the hard work, but you are not able to communicate it with anyone that you have done this, then it is not showing that whether you have done it or not. So
Right.
you need to have communication skills also.
Absolutely. Makes sense. Okay. Um, Overall, after joining Geekster, like, could you tell us, like, what all different things that you face, or where all, like, what all advantage that you face with joining Geekster?
I think after joining Geekster, like most important thing was getting referrals from the Geekster also,
Right.
and learning Java. And other than that, usually I don't used to attend the soft skill sessions because I had some other commitments at that time. Like,
Okay.
I think soft skills session used to start around 6 or 5 p.m. in the evening, and
Okay.
I used to go out for playing with my friends, so I couldn't attend those sessions. But I
Okay.
attended one day, and I think that Himani ma'am, I don't remember her name, but she gave me one good feedback that whenever I'm saying something, like the voice modulation requires more in my case.
Makes sense.
So after that, I used started working on that voice modulation, but I don't know like how much I worked on that.
Okay. Okay. I'm pretty sure you worked well on that. And um, okay. So the live classes were good. You said that you had a great experience with your educators here, and you enjoyed the soft skill sessions also. Like, what only you attended only one though. Cool. So what would be your final, like for Geekster? Like, would you recommend Geekster to other people from maybe your juniors in college or other people in your friends and family?
Yes, I would recommend the Geekstar because like after coming to Geekstar, I can see there are so many opportunities here. Like
Mm,
we can get the referrals easily, and since Geekstar has tie up with most of the companies, like so many companies, we
mm,
can go into. And second, the most good thing from Geekstar is that they have tie up with the startup companies also. So
mm.
in those companies, we can get to learn more, like what we have to do, and we can easily increase our knowledge from Geekstar.
Okay. By the way, after getting a job at KPMG, did you continue with Geekster classes or did you stop going to the classes?
uh, till now, like I think two or three academic counselor have asked me the same question,
Mhm,
but my answer is always the same. Like I want to continue with the Geekster now, also now,
mhm.
but I'm not getting the time for continuing with the Geekster. Like I don't know where my time is going, but yeah. Some of the days I'm getting so busy, and some of the days I'm free, but still, like at 8 p.m., I will be like, okay, let's leave it for today. I will join tomorrow. So
Oh,
it is like that.
okay. But you have the recordings, so I guess you're watching the recordings.
Yes.
Okay, cool. Any other final parting words to the audience, like any other tip that you want to give?
I think I gave most of the tips, and I think, yeah. So one final tips would be like, Uh, I can say about my thing is like don't take too much tension on anything. Like if one company is gone, other companies are still there. So yeah, but you have to work hard for those things. You can't be like you are not working anything and just thinking that yeah, other company will pick me up. No, you have to work hard for them, and the mental health is more important, and
Mhm.
physical health is also important. Both are equally important. But yeah, don't let yourself get a mental breakdown. It is very hard, actually.
Well said, well said. So, the college that you are from, like, how was the overall environment in the college? Like, was they supportive of campus placements? Was there enough opportunity? Did you feel that?
Yes, I think in campus placement also there are enough opportunities, but I think because of COVID and all those things, the companies which are coming, they were like only 3, 5 LPA. Salary was low, so I was like, okay. And after some point, like college was not allowing us to sit in more than one campus placement because they want more students to get placed. So after that, I was like, okay, we can try for off-campus placement, and college was supportive for that. Like, yeah, you can go for off-campus placement, and we will just notify our campus department that the student has got the placement here. So yeah.
Got it. Okay, cool. So it is, we will just talk about Geekster a little bit, and then we will move to question answer session, everyone. Okay. So because many people here are not students at Geekster, so let me just introduce Geekster to you, everybody. What is Geekster? Geekster is a platform where we are accelerating your career, we are helping you to shape your future. We have a lot of courses, out of which our main course is the full stack web development course, where we teach you different subjects. Like in the backend, we teach you DSA plus Java plus Node.js. So you can if you want to choose any one of them, that also you can do. On the front end, we teach you HTML, CSS, JavaScript, web fundamentals, React, right? And then apart from that, we have a lot of other things which we're going to talk about. Okay. So we are going to talk about who we are, what can you expect in our programs, and any other question that you have, we will also answer that. Okay. So what is our model for success? First of all our teachers, all our instructors are basically industry experts themselves. They are they are working in those top companies. They are coding daily. They are writing hundreds and thousands of lines of code daily, and they are experts in this subject. Okay. One problem that I have always felt with college education is that the college professors are not updated with what is happening in the industry, right? if they are teaching you Java, probably they had learned Java 10, 15, 20 years back, and they have not really updated themselves. So probably the Java version also they remember would be Java 4. And today we are using Java 9, right? So basically there are a lot of differences. So you here will be learning from industry experts who are themselves working on the same things. Okay, so they know the things in and out, they know the systems in and out, they know the process in and out. We assign you a personal mentor, so they will also help you a lot. Any issue that you face in your studies, in your course, if you feel demotivated or anything at all, you can discuss with your mentor and they will help you out. Along with that, we also have soft skill sessions and interview preparations sessions, mock interviews, where we help you a lot in improving your communication skills, and we give you feedback on your interviews so that you can do better in that. And then, as mentioned by Vijayant also, we give you the access to great opportunities. So we have tie-ups with a lot of companies, and we will refer your profile to these companies if you are eligible. And you can like it's sort of a tie-up placement, so you don't have to go through the hassles of a general off-campus placement. So far, 1,500 cities, like 1,500 plus students have been impacted because of us in the 2 years that Geekster has been in the market. We have a 92%, more than 92% of placement rate. You can see some of these students here are alumni. They have job offers from PayPal, Shiprocket, Radiances, Publicis Sapient, Skill Gigs. So like these are MNCs also, these are startups also, and these are like Publicis Sapient is a service-based company, right? So we have all kinds of companies who we have tie-ups with. Okay. Our average salary so far has been about 7.5 LPA, and our highest salary has been 21 LPA. These again are some of the companies that we have tie-ups with. Overall, we have tie-up with more than 300 product-based companies, MNCs, and well-funded startups. We have two kinds of model of placement. If you want to explore our model of payment and courses, you can go to geekster.in. Okay. Go to geekstar.in, go to our courses, go to the full stack web development course, and you can get a lot of information here. What is the time commitment required every day? We have actually 2 hours of classes, and then we expect you to give 3 hours self-study also. Okay, so that the usual class timing can differ from between 2 to 3 hours. Okay, usually in between this duration from 7:30 to 10:30. Okay. The course can be from anywhere to 3 to 8 months, because we have a lot of courses and a lot of subjects. So you can choose to study all the subjects or study some part of it. Okay. What is our plan? Live online classes, soft skill training, personal mentoring, interview preparation, and referral to top companies. Okay. What are the skills and technologies that we cover? That is also mentioned here. Our curriculum is mentioned here. What do we teach in Java plus BSA? What do we teach in web fundamentals? What do we teach in MERN stack? Everything is mentioned over here. Our mentors, our educators, all of these are mentioned here. Okay, who will be your technical assistant? So all of this is mentioned here. Here it says Zomato about was my previous company. We'll get that updated. Anyway, here are the testimonials from some of our alumni. And also you can get information about our pay structure. So we have a pay after placement structure where you have to give a 0 upfront fee, so no fees until you get placed. And there is a pay upfront fee, so you can pay the fees upfront. And if you by chance, like God forbid, by chance if you don't get a job, we have 100% money back guarantee. And you can clearly see that there is a lot of difference between the upfront fees and the pay after placement fees. So if you pay the fees upfront, actually it is much more cheaper. And we also have an installment option in most of these things, especially in the pay after placement model. Okay. So all of the information about, we also give you a certification. So this is a certification that we will give once you complete the course. Okay. So all of the information about the course, you can go to geekster.in. If you want to apply for the course, anyone, you have the link in the chat. Cool. Okay, moving back. and let's discuss the question that people have asked in the YouTube live session. So I'll start asking the questions, Vijayant, one by one, and then we will discuss that.
Yes.
Sure, just give me a minute. Cool. So somebody asked what's the CTC initially, and I told them clearly that we will not discuss the CTC. Okay. Which batch was he in? He was in Java plus DSA batch. He joined, I think, in the beginning of June, I believe. So June 2022. Am I correct, Vijan?
Yes.
Okay. Cool. Somebody is asking, I am from BA Arts, then I'm eligible for apply. Ranjit, yes, you are eligible. You can talk more about the courses and the eligibility from the team itself. So go to geekster.in, you can apply, or we will send the link to apply here again in the chat, so you can apply from there. What is his pass out year? So Vijan passed out in 2022 August. He already mentioned that. When did he join Geekster? He already mentioned that. Okay. Okay. Somebody is asking, can I learn and get a job of front-end developer without DSA? Vijayan, do you want to answer this?
Yes, you can easily learn, but for being a front-end developer, you need to learn web-related skills. So these both are the different tech stacks. You can learn web development skills, and you can go for the front-end developer, back-end developer, or either full-stack developer also. DSA is not needed for those skills.
Okay, but
Yeah,
for backend, it's mostly needed, right?
yeah. Sorry, like but for backend, if you are in a very high company, like where optimization is needed more,
Hmm,
so you have to work on that.
hmm.
Basically, what I can suggest is like if you want to be a front-end developer, first work on the HTML, CSS, JS part, then learn React, and after that you can, if you want to be a backend developer, also you have to work on DSA part also a little bit, where you can learn the optimizations for your codes and all those things.
Got it. Okay. Somebody is asking, had you had any achievement before the job, like internship?
Yes, I did the internship before getting the job at Kpmg.
Hmm,
So there, I joined as a backend developer, and I was working as a Google engineer also, like not a Google engineer, Google backend developer. So my most of the task was basically based on writing the scripts and uploading it on the Google Cloud. So from there, we can sync it from the front end and call the API. So they can basically do all those automation stuffs. They're like not automation stuff. They can call for OTP related issues or signing in into any website. We need to check some details. So we used to write that script and upload it on the cloud.
got it. Okay. Danish is asking, will my graduation percentage affect the interview?
No,
Absolutely.
I
So
think. Yeah.
Danish, mostly things like this graduation percentage and are only for the eligibility. If you are above the eligibility criteria, it won't affect the interview. Okay, somebody, Vishal is asking, is DSA compulsory for a web developer? Vijayant has already answered this. So for a web developer, the main priority should be HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and maybe React. Okay. If you still have time, then you can brush up DSA. It will definitely help you, but it's not as compulsory. Okay. So if you want to be a web developer or a front-end developer, focus more on the web technologies. Cool. Okay. Had you completed DSA before you are joining? Somebody is asking this.
No, and still I haven't completed DSA. It's like I'm still learning DSA. Basically, there are so many things in learning DSA, and the most important thing about DSA is being a good problem solver. So, and there are so many complex things in DSA. Like, if you started learning, then I think I'm still on the arrays and strings part. After that, if you go more, there are linked list and try and all those things.
Mhm.
So I'm still learning DSA.
Okay, cool. Somebody is asking, how can we improve English?
I will recommend to watch English series or something like that. Most probably because honestly, I never worked on that English part.
Okay. So I would also agree. So if you try to talk to people in English, even though it is difficult, but try to do that. The more you talk to people in English, the more you will realize that you are getting better at it. Okay. You are getting more confident at it. Very often we know the things, but we are so shy and so uncomfortable in using that they feel we are not good at it. Okay. So try to learn grammar properly. Okay, English grammar, you will have to read, you will have to learn, you'll have to understand. Apart from that, it's more about listening and talking to people. So listening and watching series and then listening and talking to people will really help. Cool. Nitin is asking, what is the level of question in coding round? So in most of the coding round, what was the level that you felt? Was it easy, medium, hard? What would you say?
For some companies, it was like out of my expectations. It was like so hard that I will just read the question and I will just work on that for 3 hours, but still I wasn't able to find a solution for that. Like I will give you my example only. Recently, I gave the exam for Samsung R&D Institute. It was a coding round. I cleared the first round, and in the second round, we have to work. They gave us a coding question. In that, I literally tried for 3 hours trying to build a logic like how this thing will work. I wasn't able to come up with any logic. So most of the time it depends upon the package also and on your luck also, like which question you are getting at that time.
Makes sense. Okay. Disha is asking how to prepare for technical or coding questions.
So I think for technical and coding questions, if you talk about interview, you can like connect with your friends and you can ask some hard questions from them. Like you can also do a mock interview with your friends. So it will brush up your skills for the interview part. And for in the coding area, you can work on the questions like from lead code, GFG, and hacker ranks are there. So you can work on all those sites.
Right, right. Also, if you are a student at Geekster, we already take mock interviews and we help you with that. Since the mock interviews, mostly it is very technical. So we also help you with that. We give you feedback there so that there you can improve as well. Okay, Sai Sumant is asking, do interviewers ask for the project you did in graduation?
Yes, mostly they will ask like what project you did in your graduation. Like I think till now only one interviewer has asked me that. But other than those interview, like whatever projects you are mentioning in your resume, they will ask question related to that one only.
Got it. Okay. Manish is asking, is it possible to get job without a certificate in any company? Manish, nobody cares about certificates. Nobody actually. I used to have at least 50 certificates. No company has ever seen that. Okay, I used to carry that leather file. Nobody even bothered to open that file. So do not worry about certificate. Focus on skills, learning, and applying those skills. Okay. Uh, Somebody's asking how many questions. Uh, okay, Vijayant, one question. Uh, Somebody's
Yes.
asking, how many questions did you practice on platforms like GFG, LeetCode, etc.?
Being honest, if you go for my lead code profile, I think most questions which I have practiced, they were like given in class only, and in as I think Vikas sir already told, like we used to have a group for group studies, and I have solved most of the questions in that group only on lead code. So before that, I have never used like any GFG or HackerRank platform. Most of the time it was for fun only, like you can just search any question and you can go through that, like, but yeah, you can practice on GFG, HackerRank, and LeetCode profile, LeetCode platforms. They are very good and they can teach you like what are the basic logics behind that.
Okay. Okay. Cool. Somebody, Mohammed Farhan is asking, I am a BTech in 2013 batch. with non-IT experience, can I apply for this? So Mohammed Farhan, yes, you can. I would suggest you to reach out to the team. We have also shared the link to apply. Suraj, please share the link again. So everybody who wants to apply to Geekster, the link, if you scroll up in the chat, you'll find the link. We'll share the link again. So you can start applying to Geekster from these links. Okay. Okay. Somebody is asking backend का package ज़्यादा होता है या front end का?
To be honest, I don't know like किनका ज़्यादा होता है because I think it depends on company to company and I have done some research, but based on the Google, like most of the places I got like backend has most. So it depends on the company also. Like if you are working in some startup companies, there will be a different package for you. And if you work in a very good MNC like Meta, Google, so there will be a different package for you. So it depends basically.
Right. So to let me answer that question
Yes.
on Vijayant's behalf. So the answer is कि ऐसा कुछ नहीं होता है कि back end का ज़्यादा होता है या front end का ज़्यादा होता है. In most of the companies, the role is of a developer, of a software engineer. ठीक है. ये नहीं होता है कि software engineer back end, software engineer front end. So both are treated as similar, and in most of the companies, 99% of the companies, I would say the package is similar for both backend and front end. So there is no difference there. Both are considered as developers, and the package is mostly similar. If you want more knowledge, I can say for myself is that I am a front end developer. My major skills are on the front end, and I obviously cannot tell you the package, but it has always been good throughout my career. It has always been like good, better than most of the people around me. Okay. So you don't need to worry about choosing anything. Okay. In either backend or front end, both are equally good. ऐसा कुछ नहीं है कि one is better, one is not. एक में package ज़्यादा, एक में कम है. ऐसा कुछ नहीं है. If you have good skills, companies are ready to give you like crazy packages. Okay, somebody is asking eligibility in Geekstar course. So Danish, please go to geekster.in and you can see all the information related to the course there. Okay. Mohammed Machine is asking which platform to improve my communication skills. We already told you that you start learning, improving your English grammar first, and then watch some English movie and series that will help you like improve a little, and then talk to people in English. Okay. At Geekstar, we keep having soft skill sessions very, very frequently, almost every week. So there, again, we help our students and guide them in improving their communication skills. Sai is asking if we are good in Java plus DSA and development part, what should we choose for more and more opportunity in future, backend or front end? Sai, the answer is the same. I've already answered that. Okay. Either of them are good. If where your interest lies, if your interest lies more on creating a user experience, okay, on creating new designs, on creating beautiful looking responsive applications, lightweight applications, do front end. If your interest lies on a critical business logic, validations, data manipulation, then you should choose backend. Okay. This course is for fresher or any batch pass out student. Even if you have, it is for all of them. Okay, so you can, everybody can apply. Again, go to the website and learn more details about it. थोड़ा सा मेहनत तुम भी कर लो, right? थोड़ा मेहनत कर लो, थोड़ा देख लो, right? This is for your career, everyone. How many questions in technical interview test? So can you take this up, Vijay?
Yes, I think in technical interview test, like how many questions interviewer asked or what? Like,
Huh.
okay, so it depends upon from the interview, like for different companies, and also it depends upon the interviewer's mood. For some of them, they asked me 5 to 6 questions. Like I can tell you the interview duration, like for some companies it was 15 to 20 minutes, and for some companies it was like completely 1 hour, but still there was no conclusion. So it depends, like either they can ask you 5 questions only, and they can check you like whether you are good or not, and they can also ask you like 60, 70 questions, and still they can't get any idea from you.
Right. So everyone mostly depends on time. Like if I am an interviewer, I have a time of 1 hour. So I feel that if and depends, if the question are very, very simple, like 2 minute, 5 minute question, I will ask more questions. But generally I ask 2 to 3 questions, okay, which are like 20 minutes each. Or like one is 10 minutes, other is 30 minutes, or another is 20 minutes, sort of like that. I keep on increasing the difficulty of the question. Okay. So it could be 2 to 3 questions. Generally, I've said it's 2 to 3 questions. Okay. Okay, somebody's asking which topic I have to learn to become an SDE.
I think you have to learn most probably for SD. Most of my friends who have went into development side, they have learned the DSA. But yeah, I think that is the most probably suitable answer. Actually, being an SD, even I didn't have to that much research.
Right.
For earlier, I was like, I wanted to be a developer, and what developer I wanted to be. So I was learning that either I wanted to be a Python developer or what. So I have never focused on this SD thing, to be honestly.
Makes sense. Okay. Uh, okay, somebody is asking, I am 2020 pass out. Can I get a job? Definitely. You can please reach out to our team at Geekster and we'll definitely help you out. Okay. Laddu Gopal is asking which language should we learn first to become a developer? So the short answer to that is that you can choose any of the major programming language like Java or JavaScript are great options. So choose, maybe start with Java. That is a great option to start with. Okay. We have shared the link to apply again, everyone. So find the link in the chat and start applying if you want to. Okay. How can I apply in front-end job? Will you please suggest me sites about this? So Manish, to practice JavaScript coding, you can use Lead Code and Geeks for Geeks. Okay, JavaScript and data structure. To learn all the other stuff. Okay, uh, to learn stuff like, uh, for example, HTML, CSS. You can use W3 schools. Okay, you can watch some courses on like Coursera or Pluralsight. Okay, or if you are a Geekstar student, we will anyway be sharing a lot of materials with you, so you can refer to these materials. Okay. After Geekstar classes, in how many months will I get referral? So at, for Vijayant, it took about 1.5 months to start getting referral. Okay. But whenever you feel comfortable, you will start getting a referral. So that can be in just 1 month also. Can I join Geekster during my graduation? So I think after third year, you can join. Okay. Before that, I don't think we have a course right now. Okay. But you can join along with your graduation. I completed BTech in 2023. Can I apply? Definitely, you can apply. Okay. How we prepare properly for interview, but when we are facing the HR like as a stranger, then we feel hesitate, sir. How can we improve? So Mohammad Moshin is asking, they feel hesitant in the HR round. So how can we improve in that?
I think if for that you can do like group discussion. GD things are good for those things, and if you can communicate with more and more people who are not like I think after COVID, I will tell about myself. Like after COVID, I got into a more comfortable zone, like environment. Like I will speak to only 5 to 6 people with my friends only, not other than strangers. So I think I can suggest one thing is that you can speak with strangers also, and don't just get comfortable into your own friend zone area. So try to go out from that zone and try to make friends with other strangers also. And if you communicate with those peoples, you can sort of like you can get out of this shy zone.
Absolutely. Okay, last question for today. Can you tell after joining November batch when started placement? So I've already given the answer to this. Mostly when you start in November, like if you don't have any skills, any idea of coding, it will ideally take you about 2.5, 3 months minimum to complete any one part like Java plus DSA or front end or back end. Okay. So usually you should start placement or giving interviews after you have completed at least one module. Okay, cool. So guys, we will be ending the session at this point. Okay. any other question, please keep reaching out to the team at Geekster and they will help you out with all your doubts. Okay. Um, Again, if you all want to reach out to me personally, here this is my LinkedIn and Instagram. You all can reach out to me here. If you want to reach out to Vijayant again, you can take a screenshot of this. You can reach out to Vijayant on his LinkedIn. Okay. So that's all, everyone. Thank you. Thanks a lot for joining us and joining this session again on a weekend. We'll keep having such sessions where we'll be inviting guests from the industry who can share their experience with you and help you out. Okay. And all the best to you. Okay. For any information about Geekster, go to geekster.in and go through our courses. Okay. Do some mehnat, do some efforts at your end. Cool. Thank you again for all the one, everyone. Thank you again and all the best to everyone. Okay. And have a good weekend. Thanks a lot, Vijayant, for joining again. And it was great talking to you. All the best.
Thank you, Vikas. And it was a mutual thing. Even I had a great talk with you. Yeah. Thank you, everyone.
Cool. Thank you, everyone.